Welcome to All Your Cricket. Another day in the books of the World Cup T20. As you guys know, we've been covering the World Cup almost every single day. Today we were trying to cover the two games. I was supposed to come in earlier in the day and cover West Indies, South Africa, but it was so exciting and we had such amazing games again today that pretty much we decided that we're going to do this in one go. So two games. The first game of the day was West Indies and South Africa. The battle of the unbeatens, the clash of the titans, the heavyweights of the World Cup. So that was the first game. And then the second game was India versus Zimbabwe. So once again, a great day of cricket. And bottom line, this was a huge day for both West Indies and India. Because what's going to happen now is that the West Indies-India game on Sunday is going to be a virtual quarterfinal. Whoever wins goes into the semifinals. Whoever loses goes home. So let's start off with the first day of the game. West Indies versus South Africa. The clash of the titans. Everybody thought that game was going to be very competitive. Unfortunately, it turned out to be very one-sided. South Africa strolled to victory with 9 wickets in hand, 23 balls remaining. The day started off, West Indies started off very well. They were 29 in 2 overs. Brandon King and Shea Hope were going all ballistic. And then all of a sudden, a huge collapse. West Indies lost a ton of wickets early on. South African bowling was amazing. And they got West Indies down to 7 for 83 in 10 overs. And then the rebuild happened. Jason Holder and Romario Shepherd went in and scored some quick runs, got West Indies up to 1676, which in this World Cup is a decent total. But on this pitch, it didn't look like it was enough, and it wasn't enough at all. South Africa went into bat. Aidan Markham, the captain, leading from the front, 82 of 46. Quinton de Kock, 47 of 24, and Ryan Rickleton, 45 of 28, unbeaten, along with his captain, and they strolled to victory. So this game is done. South Africa is potentially going to be in the semifinals for sure now. India and West Indies are now going to compete for the second semifinal spot from this group. The India game again, once again, it was pretty much one-sided. India scored 256 for 4. Zimbabwe could only respond with 184. Remember, Zimbabwe gave up 254 to West Indies too. So now it's basically India and West Indies, and those are going to be the two teams that are going to go forward. For India, this game mattered a lot because remember they got crushed by South Africa, but they scored a lot of runs today, so their confidence is back. They brought Sanju Samson back in. He scored 24 of 15. Abhishek Sharma finally back in the runs. He scored 55 of 30. Ishan Kishan, who's been scoring runs throughout the tournament, 38 of 24. Surya Kumar Yadav, Sky, the captain, 33 of 13, and then at the end Hardik Pandya, 50 of 23, and Tilak Verma, 44 of 16. So they blew Zimbabwe out. Zimbabwe is out of the World Cup now. They're done. They don't matter anymore. Even though they have another game right now, that game won't matter for them because they're just so way behind in the run rate, and I don't think they're beating South Africa. So West Indies and India. Now West Indies has the edge, right? So they have that run rate of 1.79 compared to India's run rate of negative 0.1. But it doesn't matter because unless it rains out, if it does rain out, West Indies is in, right? But if it doesn't rain out, guess what happens? Whoever wins this is going to go to the semifinals. And they're going to join South Africa there, who's definitely made it now. So bottom line is this, West Indies and India is going to be the big game. And that game is going to be on Sunday. Everybody's eyes are going to be fixated on Sunday at 8:30 in the morning in the US. And it's going to be a primetime game at the Eden Gardens. I think you got to give the edge to India. It's a home game, but at the same point, remember, until this game today, West Indies played some very good cricket. They played some inspiring cricket. Now, once again, their top order failed today, but they still ended up scoring 176. Maybe this is the kick that the West Indies needed. And guess what? Now they're going to be back to their normal and they're going to score a lot of runs against India. But remember, India has a significantly better bowling lineup compared to Zimbabwe, right? So West Indies will have to apply themselves. I think today what really hurt West Indies is that Brandon King and Hope both got great starts, but they kept on trying to hit the ball, right? Especially Hope. I don't know what Hope is looking for. Why is Hope in a hurry? He doesn't need to be in a hurry. He needs to take his time. He has enough players around him who are going to score a lot of runs, right? So once again, Hetmeyer, bad shot. Chase, as usual, doesn't do anything. And, Chase was supposed to be the guy who came in and he was going to take care of the left-handers for South Africa. Guess what? The left-handers for South Africa hit him all over the park. So I don't know why they brought Chase in. I think bringing Chase in was a negative for West Indies. I think West Indies needs to figure that out. I think this next game, India has a lot of left-handers too, but I don't know if, Chase is at that quality of a player that can perform in a World Cup. That's really a problem. But West Indies will figure it out. It's a good team. They've only lost one game. So has India. India's only lost one game. So once again, this is going to be the battle for the semi-finals. It's going to be a huge game. So in the meantime, we still have a few more games left. Tomorrow, England versus New Zealand. That's a big game. New Zealand wins, they're in. England wins, it still opens the door to Pakistan. And then Pakistan, Sri Lanka, it will all depend on, what happens on Saturday. So those are some big games over the next couple of days, but I don't think those games really matter. New Zealand has the edge. Unless New Zealand loses badly to England, I don't think Pakistan has a chance. On the other side, South Africa will want to top this group, which they probably will. So, they will win their game against Zimbabwe probably. And then the India-West Indies game, that's the big game. So we're looking for predictions, guys. You tell us what you feel, who you think is going to win this game. I'm going with India for now. But obviously, we got to see the conditions on Sunday. And obviously the weather, right? What if the weather comes in and it's a rain out, right? Which is highly possible, especially at the Eden Gardens. Remember, it's in the area where there's a lot of rain all the time, so you never know. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we have a full game. We have a great game. India versus West Indies. That's what we're looking forward to. So we will be back tomorrow with another update after the England-New Zealand game. But for now, click subscribe, share, and keep watching all your cricket.